So today, I didn't really have anything special in mind. I just thought I would cover a Fanboy, and I was just kinda guessing which one I was going to cover. It could have been any, but I found a video that truly makes me cry. Now, I've only watched like 30 seconds, but within that 30 seconds, it really told me that this video was going to be something special. And it's honestly from a fanboy that we don't often cover. It's definitely Dreamcast guy. No, it's X-Vault, the person that people keep calling the living koala. I kinda wish they would stop that. That's kind of offensive to us Australians. I would greatly appreciate it if you would stop that. You could easily make him more of a useless creature, more than a koala. You know, you could make him like a New Zealander. I can't name a more useless group of people than them. Okay, maybe the Eshays, but then again, you know, comparing X-Vault to a New Zealander is like, you know, really offensive, so I wouldn't want to do it to them. New Zealanders are more people than X-Vault will ever be. I just wanted to mess with some New Zealanders. If there are any in the comment section, I just want to banter with you. Give me some stuff to work with here, boys. Anyway, let's go take a look at the video.
Alright, so like I was saying, what we're going to do is get right to it here, and for the first time on this channel, we're going to feature Damon Hatfield from the great IGN cast that is there, a shell of its former self, but they can't help themselves, and now we got to get those clicks in for Damon here on social media. So here we go. He starts off saying, Sony just tried selling a game no one wanted. Now we'll try to sell a PS5 Pro no one wants. But what's interesting here, Damon, let's go back to 2019 here. We see a little something here. This week's Game Scoop is here, has the link. Let's talk about how effing awesome Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is with, you know, everybody there. What platform are you playing Star Wars? Someone asked. It's stacks on stacks. PS4 Pro for me.
I'm serious, Squidward! Mr. Krabs is a retard! Hey, Mr. Krabs!
What is it, Bob?
You are literally Mr. Krabs in this situation. Because there is no way you saw, haha, he's got a PS4 Pro. That must be a got you moment because he's got a PS4 Pro and he's gonna get the PS5 Pro. You cannot be joking. You have to be fully serious to make a stupid point like that. This is why you can't make Salt. Because you missed the entire point. This isn't a got you moment. The PS4 Pro, I've never used it, seems to be actually worth the money, unlike the PS5 Pro, because the PS4 Pro has both a vertical stand, I would assume, and a disk drive. And they also didn't make it $700. And a myriad of other things that the PS4 Pro has that the PS5 Pro doesn't. I'm struggling to find the words to best describe the stupidity that I'm seeing from an X-Vault video. Like, what am I supposed to say? How does this prove a point? How does this prove anything to you, like, oh my god, you got him? What, because he played it on a PS4 Pro? Who cares? Doesn't justify the PS5 Pro being absolute garbage.
It's so astronomically stupid how folks don't understand what they state in the past doesn't come up to haunt them, right? In regards to how that works. So now the PS4 Pro that had, in my opinion, who had a Pro by the way, and was okay with what it offered, I don't felt like it reached the heights at what it needed to. I feel like the PS5 Pro is going to have more to offer, hence the price tag. That's another topic. And
what are they offering you with the PS5 Pro? Really? What are they offering you? A supposed 4K 60 FPS experience? You're never going to hit that, I'm sorry, Chief, not with a console. As games become more and more demanding, it's going to require a lot more performance just to get those games to run at said 4K. Do you really think they're going to optimize it and make it 4K? Definitely not. We recently just found out that Alan Wake only runs at like 800p 60 FPS, and then they're going to upscale it to 4K. And yet people are defending that upscaling shit like, oh my god, it's gonna be a new revolutionary version of DLSS or FSR2. It's not. It's not true 4K. It's not a native 4K. And yet the mouth breathers that know nothing about this continue to defend it on Twitter. Like, what is the point in having this console when it can't even do the thing that it was set out to actually do? You know what, just stick with the base PS5. At least you're getting your worth of that somewhat.
Stuff like that we'll get to. But it's interesting that now Damon has an issue with it. So again, selling a game no one wants, and now selling a system no one wants. Odds are, I think this sells out right at first. Now,
usually all consoles sell out. Look at the PS5 accessories right now. They're being sold out because scalpers are going to make you charge 10 times more for it. So whether or not these people are actually going out there buying it, genuinely want to use it, or just scalping it to make more money out of it from people that are really desperate to get it. Who really knows? But regardless, I wouldn't buy this console. It's completely useless.
What the legs end up looking like, we'll have to see. I don't know, that could go in either direction, but I do find it odd that people will buy a brand new iPhone or Android phone yearly, that cost anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 depending on the versions you get yearly. But again, when it comes to a gaming console that know it's an enthusiast hobby, that's where we have a problem, right, Damon?
People that constantly buy new phones are stupid. I still have an iPhone 6, and I literally only use it for texting, messaging, or harassing my friends on whatever social media I feel free to do it on. That is literally it. I have no need for a new phone. But do you know what this new phone in this example has, and the PS5 Pro? They're both useless, because they add nothing new and give you nothing new besides this so-called performance increase or whatever else.
But let's keep going. Like I said, tons of examples here. So, what's crazy here is we have Colt Eastwood, of course. He's going to be first out of the gate because I think he was waiting on bated breath and crossing those fingers, hoping this wasn't real. But he states, this is what happens when competition lets PlayStation run rampant. Thanks FTC. So he's talking about the PS5 Pro price. He's talking about...
I have nothing to disagree with here. He's your local Xbox goon, so we're going to skip ahead.
About the $5 increase on the DualSense controllers, which I'm not 100% on board with either. I'm not going to say that's okay. So I'll give him that as well. But PS Plus PlayStation 5 sees huge price increase of almost 40% since launch. He pulls that article. It's still cheaper than Game Pass Ultimate. It's still cheaper in the long run and has just as many games. May not be day one on the first party because that's not the way to go. Look.
Okay, this might be a bit of an L take on my behalf, but maybe the PlayStation guys in the comment section can correct me if I'm wrong here. But isn't PS Plus in its most highest tier form making you pay more than Game Pass? I could be entirely wrong, as I know Game Pass has done a couple price increases recently that make it, well, somewhat equivalent.
Some here. Bear with it. The number of people that will line up tomorrow to pay $600 to $700 on a PS5 Pro tomorrow is crazy. My 4080 and 7800 X3D processor will still be better than the PS6. Enjoy the $10 tax on next gen and $80 a year for online. This is the other side of things, folks. Why are PC folks so upset at the fact that consoles are offering other options? Like, they're upset and pocket watching? They're pocket watching people?
First off, nice PC build. That's actually a pretty good combo. I kinda wish I went for a 4090, but you know, I don't want to drop like $3,000 for a singular piece on my PC. Then it would probably jump my total cost on my PC up to about like $7,000, so I would rather not do that. But Xvolt, do you not understand why people are mad at this? Sony is charging you more for less within a console. It is missing features from a previous generation of console that had its Pro version come with all the stuff, like the disk drive, the vertical stand. And that comes at no additional cost to the overall price of the console. You get it all in one complete package, but now they're making you pay more for extra features that should have just been there, you know, on launch, and inside the package of the console. But, you know, I guess that's not allowed, and you're gonna have to pay more and get less, and you're gonna sit there and accept it for some reason.
Clutching those pearls? Pocket watching people? What is going on? I have to say that multiple times because what... This is coming from somebody, this is like me. If Xbox comes out with something, or they come out with like a handheld or something like that, and the first thing I'm doing is making a video, or I'm making posts about something in regards to that, and I'm saying, you don't need this because of this, this, and this, and come up with all these reasons and why my choice is better than that, and all.
It really wouldn't surprise me if you've gone out of your way in the past to tell people to buy a PS5, purely because you believe the Xbox isn't worth the money. Personally, I would just recommend all of you getting a PC and just leaving it at that, because PC gaming is better than console gaming. I know, I probably pissed off someone in the comments by saying that, but it's true.
All this stuff, that creates this insecurity blanket to cover the entire planet Earth. That's what that does. That's all this screams is, I'm insecure. I don't like that you guys, as console users, are going to have a great option at a... And in my opinion, whether...
I don't know how you can justify $700 US for a slight increase in performance and maybe a more stable 30 to 60 FPS. I don't know how you can justify it, Chief. I really don't. You could easily make a PC that is, with a couple $100 more, much better than the PS5 Pro.
There's some agree with this or not. I think it is a fair price for what it's offering. Again...
So you think $700 US, and getting less with inside of that box with the console is actually worth the price. What, you're only getting like a so-called 40, maybe 40% increase in performance? You might as well just stick with the PS5. But then again, it's only a rumored 40% increase. We'll need to wait for the actual benchmarking from creators to actually come to how much of an improvement it is. But with Alan Wake only running at like 800p, 60 FPS, I don't think it's gonna be much of an increase.
You don't have to do it. They're not disconnecting all your PS5 base models at home when this does drop. Keep that in mind. This is just an option for those that want more bells and whistles.
It wouldn't surprise me if they made people do that. Then again, they did remove Concord from people's libraries, so they clearly have some power over what you can and can't have.
I think this is going to speak for itself as well. As you can see, $699 US in all caps. Holy S LOL caps. And, you know, he just can't believe himself, right? It's too much. It's too much, folks. But hold on. He has a thing, A+ Special Edition Xbox console right here. Shows the SpongeBob edition. Now, this thing was actually $699 for that console itself. No extra bells and whistles. You just have a SpongeBob controller and skin slapped on top of an Xbox Series X, and that's okay. And I know he's being a little satirical here, but you know, if he had the means to do so or wanted to do so, and it looks like he did want to do so, he's okay with it. He doesn't downplay it, doesn't say anything like holy smackaroos, all this stuff, or holy yes, whatever. And yes, I keep the cussing on the channel at a minimum so it doesn't affect the algorithm. We all know how that works, I'm sure, by now. But do you see the hypocrisy here?
This isn't a gotcha moment, X-Vault. I don't get how you can look at this and be like, ah yes, a limited edition console versus a new model of an existing console.
Exclamation marks, question marks, all that, with capital ha-ha-ha's all the way through. Let's take a moment before I pop something else up here, folks. I think it's been enough time here. Let's pull this up here. Now, he responds to Jor Raptor, as you can see here. Potential PlayStation 5 Pro specs from Moore's Law is dead. This is regular PS5, yada yada, all the stuff that was going on. And then he says, y'all need to stop listening to Moore's Law is dead, because unless the PS5 Pro is $699, and end up, y'all ain't getting that performance. At best, you'll see an uptick of around 30%, similar to a 6700 XT, 67T flops, LOL, WTF are we even talking about here?
Is he wrong? You're only going to see a 30-40%, and I think that's what Sony said themselves. He's not wrong. How was this an own? He was kinda right. I only just noticed this, but X-Vault has a Dungeon Defenders picture, or poster or whatever, on his wall. I've done 3 videos, but I've never noticed that until now. That was such a good game on the Xbox 360 arcade. I just realized it's on PC as well. I should play it some more. That's actually some really good background gameplay. Well, I think I'm gonna leave the video here. I gotta get working on the other video about the copyright strike against Fratanga and Oh No, It's Alex. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. I can't be bothered covering the rest of X-Vault as it's just him parroting, as you would know, the same thing over and over again. His salt isn't good, so I guess I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.